Formula One season reaches its climax, a surprising twist awaits. While most teams shift their focus to the following year, the thrills and spills of Formula One continue to shock fans across the world. This time, it's about upgrades for Austin GP. Well, this needed to be unveiled. In this video, things are going to be revealed and we need you to stick with us until the end. Let's go! Before getting into more details, first we discuss F1 season transformations, unprecedented late-season development and upgrades. With only 5 races remaining in the season, the development race is normally over as teams focus on the next year. But this season is different, and we are here for it. With the technical regulation remaining the same next year, teams are free to continue bringing upgrades to their cars, knowing that they will have an impact on the next season as well. 2 teams at opposite ends of the grid are going to make massive changes to their cars. But will it make any difference to their position? We have the United States Grand Prix at the Circuit of the Americas, first followed by Mexico City and then the inaugural Las Vegas Grand Prix. We'll see racing in the middle of the night on the city's famous strip, and qualifying starts at midnight local time and the race starts at 10 p.m. Mercedes' stunning transformation in Austin promises a taste of victory after a major development halt earlier this year. That is still over a month away, so let's bring our focus back to Austin and the huge upgrades that are coming to the car. The Mercedes is going to have a completely new specification as the development of their current concept came to a complete halt earlier this year. It's very rare that we have a reason to talk about age, and we always enjoy it when we do, but first and foremost, let's talk about the huge upgrade that Mercedes is going to have. But the question is, what's causing Mercedes' recent performance struggles and how will their revamped floor in Austin address these issues? The sweet taste of victory, as they hoped, is still in their mouths from the 2010s, and every year they expect to be in with a chance of winning a title this season. Though they've been nowhere near Red Bull. They've improved relatively to Ferrari, but compared to Red Bull and now McLaren, they've made no progress. It was Ping in 2022 that really ruined their season, and this year, though they've been bouncing less, they've just been treating the symptom, not the underlying. Many teams are still dealing with bouncing, which can change depending on the wind or weight conditions. Because of how ground effect cars work, the risk of piping should always be considered when building and setting up your car, but Mercedes is the only one. This season in Austin, Mercedes will have a completely revamped floor. This new floor will offer Mercedes a broader operating window in terms of the downforce it creates. Heights of rides, we designed a car last year that had to take advantage of ground clearances that were too low this year. In their pursuit of performance improvements, Mercedes emphasizes the significance of their redesigned car as a measure of progress and hopes for a boost in lap times while acknowledging the challenges of translating design into real-world success. We think we know what and how to choose. Besides improving performance, Mercedes technical director James Allison is hoping the design shows they are heading in the right direction. Hopefully, it will give us a bit of lap time. He said that's always a benefit, but it's mostly a useful thing because it's a bellwether for whether we're on the right track with lap time expressions. It will be of limited use, but don't expect us to let Max pass. This comment is a little concerning because it reveals that Mercedes is still unable to match up their design and testing in production to real-world performance. Behavior teams are constantly striving to get all of their testing done digitally and in wind tunnels so that when they bring new parts to their car, they know it will be an improvement. A new floor will cost a massive amount of money in research and testing time, as well as the cost of producing it. We know the question that hits your mind is Mercedes' costly approach to development the right path, and can they effectively address performance issues in time for the United States Grand Prix sprint race? When Mercedes says they're using the new floor to ensure they're going in the right direction, that's cause for concern because it's an incredibly expensive way to ensure you're doing the right thing when really you should be doing it in the factory. The upgrade isn't focusing on a performance improvement at specific types of tracks or rectifying a wide range of areas of the W14 that Mercedes has identified as needing improvement, but it is an important one. Because of the way today's cars employ the ground effect to generate downforce, Allison believes that much of what ails us now is reasonably well understood and we're working to fix that. The American-owned outfit has remained an outlier in sticking to the in-wash side pod solution that technical partner Ferrari began the new rules ERA with, but with Ferrari abandoning the unit solution at the Spanish Grand Prix and Mercedes abandoning its zero pods from Monaco, H was left as the only squad not running the downwash concept that Red Bull has used. Steiner said that was our biggest problem with the concept we have now. We couldn't find any performances anymore. We developed the whole year and there was nothing there. At some stage, you need to do something different, and we couldn't keep on banging our heads against the world. While the others continued to find gains, McLaren changed a system like this, and they found something at some point. So at some point, you need to change the concept and face reality's failure to find improvements to its current concept. The team had held back on spending any of its 2023 budget for manufacturing upgrades, leaving a budget to fund the change plan. Austin Steiner added the plan was to have more upgrades with the concept. We've got no choice but to change. In secret, there was hope that the old house would say goodbye with championship points, and they did come within touching distance. Hülkenberg was on track for points in the sprint before a crash through no fault of his own ended the dream in the race. And Kevin Magnussen lacked the speed to overtake. I was overjoyed to see goodbye to the VF23 after the checkered flag, and the last race of this specific series ended worse than it started. When he took the incorrect starting position, the VF23 was well and truly gone in Austin, which made Gunther delighted. The operation update contains 3 kits of the BPEC car, each with new side pods, underbody cooling shafts, cooling gels, engine cover brake linings, and heat shields. Haas hasn't improved their car in so long that they've had a complete off-season to design these modifications. The timing of the upgrades may appear odd, but using the upgrade 5 races before the end is important for 2 reasons. First, the engineers want to improve their lap times as soon as possible, especially since Alfa Romeo has overtaken them in the World Championship standings and Williams is not that much further ahead in 7th place. Points mean prizes, and any extra places in the Constructor Championship mean more money for next year. Second, the engineers want to learn for next year. What works and what doesn't? How close is reality to the CFD numbers and wind tunnel data with only 1 practice session in Austin? Trying to get the car dialed in for a weekend of competitive sessions will almost be impossible. Chief Race Engineer Ayo Komatsu has said they won't see a McLaren-style jump in performance, and Kevin Magnussen stated that he isn't expecting a miracle. It's really exciting for the team to have some new tools to play with and hopefully find more performance. Do you think H can make a significant performance jump with their new upgrades? Share your thoughts in the comments below. That's it for today's video. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to this channel for more videos like it. Until next time!